All right, here we go. Welcome to We Are Something Else, episode 198. Wow, let's clap for that. Let's clap for 198. Just clap for that. On a Takeover Thursday. I want y'all to wait just a little bit longer. Now, all right, welcome to We Are Something Else. It's your boy Kaleo. Where we at? We should be off the screen. There we go. Hey, here we go. There's E. There's CB on a Thursday. Fellas, lady, come off mute. How's everybody doing? Look, we are here. It's episode 198. Like, it's hard. Look, it's tough to believe that we are 2 episodes away from 200, and not necessarily 2 weeks away. It just said 2 episodes away because we got a little bit of some scheduling adjustments getting ready to happen here. But look, oh, there's Kendall B.
We got to address this. Sean is in Canada currently.
Sean is actually in Canada.
Sean's in Canada. Kendall, and listen,
Sean is the one that set you up. Sean did the roll by, and everybody put it on E.
Listen, he was making a statement. You know, I think he's making position for the light skinned, president. Currently, since the light skin, coalition is looking bad right now. So I think Sean was just in the pause.
Sean gave himself up. Sean didn't have to say his location, but the fact that Kendall led with that, because earlier this week I told you, Dimitri, aka Real Estate Poppy, said Eden went up to Canada and shot somebody. And then they go shot. Look, that is funny how that works out. But yeah, shout out to Sean and Xavier, who is live in Canada right now. Appreciate you watching, bro. But Takeover, it is a Takeover Thursday. Shout out to Sammy Slated, who led the way last week for baddie behavior. See you, Sammy. Takeover, how have you been?
Whew, I am exhausted. This is a busy week. Next week will be a busy week. So we have some people coming to put in new flooring tomorrow. And am I prepared? Of course not. So I'll be up all night. Thank you.
Okay. Where's Beezy? Is he starting to work?
He's starting, but he might be asleep. Who knows? Who knows?
I got you. Real quick, shout out to Kendall B. I see you in the chat. Jen Glenn. Oh, Be Easy's in the chat. He's not all the way asleep. Anissa. Samuel Austin. Who else I see? Risa, good to see you. JS. Rin, good to see you. Sean Xavier. So yeah. Okay. My bro, E, who was just pointed out as being not being in Canada. We kind of proved that you're not in Canada. What's good with you, bro?
Nothing much, bro. Like I said, you and I have been talking throughout the week. Work's been, on a work mission for sure. Listen, I mean, to the point where the group chat is dry.
Oh, man.
No pause on it. It was dry as hell. You dig? Like, ain't nobody. We ain't even talked about shoes. That's how everybody is on some serious business. You know what I'm saying? Or just trying to get some work done, bro. Like, everybody's kind of creeping into trying to get into the summertime. You dig? But yeah, work is working for sure. And
good to see you.
But hey, it's Thursday. Let's get to
it. Yeah. CB, my guy, my bro.
Yo, little bit under the weather, but you know what it is. We're out here. It's every week for us is a playoff game, and if you're fit enough to play, you play. You know what I mean? So we're out here looking forward to really, Thursday's the real start of the weekend. So I'm looking forward to getting it started with the folks.
I feel you. All right. My week has been, like he said, the chat then kind of dried up a little bit because everybody's just busy working. I knew Be Easy has been busy working. He told us that, and that's why he missed Soul Tales a couple weeks ago. He's working on that now. I guess talk about the floor. Our money's kind of been the only one really posting, but he's been quiet too. Like it's been no fun in the group chat. Whatever though. Hopefully everybody, work. I know life be life, and hopefully everybody get back to it. But we are here tonight. So look, no further ado, let's just go ahead. Oh, real quick. See, I almost forgot. I said I was going to do it yesterday. Shout out to Critty. I was lucky enough to be asked. Me and Critty have been talking a while about me jumping on her platform and doing her show that she had. and some things that happened, and we just had to keep rescheduling. So we finally were able to make it happen yesterday with Sound Effects, her podcast, her show, and it was really good. It ran about an hour and 45 minutes or so. Anisha, good to see you. So check it out. Go on the Stationery platform. Look up Critty Time. I'll actually post a link in our IG and all that. So if you want to check it out, dope interview, dope show, dope concepts about just how music has affected you throughout your life and kind of telling your biography through songs. Now, look, I'm gonna tell you this. I tried to be as versatile as I could with my music selections, but she asked me very specific questions that I had the answers to, and I didn't want to bend the truth. So I couldn't play 2 Prince songs, but it was just impossible because you asked me 2 questions that was very much worth me having 2 Prince answers for that. Like and subscribe. All the folks here. Dee, good to see you. So all that said, shout out to Critty. And where's the graphics? Let's wrap. All right, let's start off with something good. And I'm gonna probably need one or all of y'all's help on this story because I struggled in this subject in school. And I've read this story a few times. I even watched the 2020 interview, and I'm not even sure what happened here. But let's go with it. All right. Don't get this damn banner out the way. This is driving me crazy. Here we go. So Calcia Johnson and Nakia Jackson, seniors at St. Mary's Academy Catholic School for Black Women in New Orleans, solved a 2,000-year-old math equation on Pythagorean's theorem. Now, a lot of y'all know the Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared. If you know that, you're bound to get c squared. I've never used Pythagorean theorem in my life after graduating any high school. Just trying to tell you that. So this math is just, I didn't know that much. And I know pi is 314. There you go. My teachers would be proud. But that TI 182 is still sitting in the box in whatever shoebox I got all my high school stuff in. I haven't pulled out the TI 80 anything. STEM is very good. I haven't pulled out any calculator that they made us buy $100 worth that I played the video games on. Haven't done any of that. Okay. Anyways, on a bonus question for a school-wide math contest, it was a bonus question. The teacher or the question asks for new proof of the Pythagorean theorem. Teachers really weren't expecting a real answer. These grown no, so we'll get to that. The teachers weren't really expecting an answer because they almost thought this was insolvable, right? The ratio to anybody solving this was slim to none. And they wanted proof that the Pythagorean theorem using trigonometry. That's what they wanted, but it says almost impossible. Okay. This was in December 2022. So they have long gone graduated. They are in college now. So they probably look grown because they are in college. And to have these brilliant minds, you would have to be on another level, right? But anyways, it took them a few months after the test anyway. So after the test was done, they continued working at it to figure out a way in. Well, needless to say, we're talking about it because they obviously found a way in, and they were featured on 60 Minutes. I don't know. CB, you remember when this was?
I don't remember exactly, but it was 60 Minutes.
But it was after the fact, right?
Yeah.
So again, I'm not good at math. I don't know. I mean, I just know by reading the story that they were able to find a way in when a lot of people didn't think they would find a way in. It's kind of like life, right? So who is the mathematician amongst all of us? Because I need somebody to break it down like Cliff's Notes. Okay. Oh, I thought you was raising your hand. Oh, the resident Asian is the math wizard. Okay.
Yeah, it's messed up because I'm not one of those math Asians, man. I'm one of the sneakerhead hype beast Asians. So,
Serious. Let me. Oh God.
You know. The no calves having Asians. Like, what is this? Filipino calves are a thing, and I got left out. Bullshit. Anyways, we're getting distracted. This is really this is an amazing story, right? And it honestly, we know why it garnered any attention at all, and it was probably because there was a lot of people that did not expect them to look the way that they did, to solve, the problem that they did. And these girls, these women, they're not even trying to get into math. You know what I mean? Like they're one of them is studying to be an engineer and the other one's in pharmacy school. Like they're just good at this shit. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of amazing. And more power to them, man. Like I think that they are worth celebrating. They are worth highlighting.
All right, take over.
So I just love this story. I mean, what a historical accomplishment for these ladies. I mean, I think that when you open up mathematical theory to a diverse group of population, this is what you get. You get Black girl magic or Black woman magic. And so I found it was interesting that the American Mathematical Society, they encouraged the two ladies from New Orleans to submit their proof for publishing and for peer review. So I'm curious to see if they're going to go forth and do that. But in all, I'm not a math whiz. Shout out to them. I mean, this is big. I mean, my girl Niche, she's in the chat. She's, kind of like a low-key math genius. Sammy, she's the accountant. So Black women, they are out here achieving, and I love to see it.
All right, my bro E.
I mean, it was just good for them to get the recognition they did. I mean, outside of us normal, walking human beings about this situation that probably don't understand it, in the highest sense that it is in that community. The fact is like we've always looked for that recognition, right? To be known. The fact that some of our peers, if you will, didn't know about, what we did in regards to space travel and how Black females affected that. And that was, they were a large portion of why we're able to do that. That it took a movie, knowing that it was already in the book, knowing that it's supposed to be, where you can read that and understand that who they were. But that's what we look for. We look for that recognition so that other little Black girls can see that these two girls are dope. They look like everyday females. They don't, they're not posturing to be anything other than smart, intelligent, and got something to show the world that they did.
Right. And like that school just kicks out. They've cranked out a bunch of African-American women that have been put in position of power, like judges, politicians, like that. That school is no slump. That school is a really dope school that puts out people into the community. They said, I forgot what they said their motto was, but I think just treat everything like regular, like, be extraordinary, whatever it is. Shout
one
out
of
to
them, I don't remember which one, but one of them like was the valedictorian of
yes, I did read
their class. Like that's incredible, man.
I did read that. Okay. Where are we going to next? There we go. Well, it didn't last long, the retirement, or, if anybody was wondering what Candace Parker had lined up next, or if she was going to sit around on the couch during the off season of the NBA after she's finished broadcasting, now you're sadly mistaken. Well, this week, Candace Parker was announced as the president of Adidas Women's Basketball. This is just amazing. Black girl magic all around. This is amazing. We knew she was going to she could do whatever she wanted to do, right? She could pick her next career and do it, and no one was going to contest her. She knows basketball, so her being an analyst of the game, she's got the respect of men and women. She could do that. I'm sure if she wanted to get into coaching, she could do that as well. We talked about this last week. Successful on every level of the game that she's played multiple times. So no one's going to argue with Candace Parker if she decides she wants to do basketball analyst, coaching, whatever. But she has stepped in the role again as the new president of Adidas Women's Basketball. So what does that mean? What does that mean? Because when I first just read the headlines, like, oh wow, she's gonna be like head of product, like making sure like the shoe game is good. Like, what portion of that? No, it's not even that. Like, I don't even think she's gonna touch shoes. At least not yet, right? I don't even think that's part of her role. Her role as president, she will collaborate with the brand to create a powerful platform aimed at influencing and elevating the future of women's sports. Okay, so she's going to be like somewhat of an ambassador, or just make sure that Adidas is giving the right tools or bringing in the right athletes. Okay, I get that. The WNBA legend will leverage her. By the way, this is a statement off of Adidas, quote your sources. Okay, the WNBA legend will leverage her deep understanding of the game and the needs of female athletes to define a clear and impactful direction with the focus on access, increased representation, and breaking down barriers on a global scale. Okay, so now she's going to take the Adidas game global for the ladies. Like, not going to just be here in the NBA. We probably go overseas and get some athletes over there too, or just build the brand within. Okay. Where we leave off at. Okay. With Adidas full support, Parker will drive innovative strategies, empowering initiatives to push the game further while inspiring the next generation of hoopers to dream bigger and reach higher under her guidance. So this is dope for her. She's just going to go out here. She's going to talk to the young ladies. I mean, all this under the Adidas brand. Going to go out and recruit athletes. So Adidas will be supporting. I mean, I'm assuming at this point you probably get some. If a lot of colleges probably already have Adidas basketball, but you're going to get on another level. NIL deals, perhaps. Like Candace Parker is probably the person to do this. She seems personable, and she seems just right to head this up. So let's get your thoughts on this. E, let's start with you. Let me know what you think.
So my brother from another mother, CB, will attribute to this part of it. The Adidas has more of a chokehold on the football, aka soccer for us over here, kind of avenue over there. If you look at her notoriety overseas, though, she can push Adidas in the basketball culture, not only for men's but also in the female sense, right? So this is a great combination. This works out in general. Like what we talked about last week, what she was able to do on the floor and all that other stuff translates to when she goes out and she talks to other people, when she puts out information in regards to the younger generation of these young girls that are, like I said, they pushed the NCAA tournament more so than the guys did. And that's just being straight up. That's no cap.
Way more.
We were way more interested. We know more player names in the women's game than we did in the men's game, and that's no cap. But that's also a truth to what they have in the work ethic that they put towards their game, right? And even to this day, you talk about other WNBA teams are selling out because of the players that are fresh. These are fresh. They ain't even prove themselves on the super level of like the league, but just like what they're bringing to the game. This is everything that's needed. Adidas is making a smart move by this, and I think the global brand is going to grow more with her being that face, especially when it comes to overseas. I don't think they have to worry about in the States. It's overseas that they about to grab that market. It's going to be game over.
And that will help push. I mean, we already know that the regular NBA has gone international. I mean, there's a lot of international players in the league now. And this right here, like you said, it's going to gravitate, and that game is getting ready to change again for them.
My biggest takeaway was she said that she didn't want to be a mascot for the brand. She wanted to be in the meetings. She wanted to be part of the decision-making process. And I think that really is the biggest thing, because how often recently have we gotten upset about a collaboration or some kind of tie between a designer or celebrity with a brand, and we're just upset with the product or the rollout or something like that. The fact that Adidas historically, I think, has been a little bit more free with allowing the people that they're collabing with to do what they want to do, for better or for worse. Like, some of the stuff has worked out, and some of the stuff we think is kind of mid or trash. But the fact that she will have the ability to directly impact the direction of the company in many ways, I think is incredible. And so, coming off the recent retirement, what better thing to be doing than to announce the next step in the career?
Absolutely. I mean, Takeover, thoughts?
So, I mean, what a nice, I mean, very nice transition into retirement for Candace. Straight off the court and into the corporate boardroom. I love it. So shout out to her for being the GOAT and the legend and within her own right. This was definitely a smart and an elite move on behalf of Adidas. I don't know if Nike, took their shot with her, but they missed out for sure. So I'm curious and looking forward to see, who's going to get their signature shoe under her leadership.
Okay. Yeah, and I think her partnership with Adidas has been for like what 13 years. She's been with them for
Since
Like 30.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I think
Like 30
she was
years.
in high school, like she was already signed to Adidas, so she's had like that lifetime connection with Adidas for sure.
Okay.
Which makes it like even like that much more impactful, right? Because it's keeping it within the family, right?
Yep.
For sure.
Got you. Okay. Next story. This one kind of took a kind of life of its own, and it did bring up some things to make you want to think about.
Did you have to put up the picture of throwing the gang sign up though? What is that about? No, I'm just fucking. I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you. Bro, go ahead. My bad. I had to get that one off.
Drop your geolocation tracker right now. You make sure you on the West Coast. Make sure you. All right, now. So Austin Rivers, son of Doc Rivers, currently out of the league. He made an interesting comment this week on the Pat McAfee show, and pretty much to summarize it, and then also JJ Watt took offense to what I'm about to say, what Austin said. Pretty much Austin said that the NBA has the best athletes in the world, right? He could take 30 NBA players right now and put them in an NFL, and they would pretty much be successful, okay? Well, and then he also said you can't take 30 NFL players and put them in NBA. So that was his statement and his counter statement. This is open. Hold on, let's just do this because I want everybody to we can all express our opinions at once on this because this is way interesting. Let's start with E. Me and E. We're accustomed. We played football before, a few teams. And we've also, I think we hooped out there too in the park. Now that's different. Hooping in the park and playing flag football is a little different than the actual league. What's your thoughts on this?
I get what he was trying to say. He just didn't say it right. That's all I have. I think that's where I'm gonna leave it at. Did I play professional football? No. Have I played against players that went D1 or that played arena football? For sure. But also have I played against D1 players in basketball? For sure. If you remember, I don't know if you remember, but we had a 5-on-5 against Dell State basketball team back in, I think it was 2001. The fact that we called out a D1 school, that shows the level of like play that you are at with it. In some of them, have I played against players that played in the NBA? For sure. But I think what he's trying to say at the end of the day didn't land. I don't think there's not too many people that can play both sports, right? Bottom line was, we do know, like, okay, let's just say what it is. Back in the day, we talked about a Bo Jackson. We talked about Deion Sanders. We talked about players that we know that can play two sports. There are probably still some players out there, but we all know that the GMs, they're not risking that type of money where a player can play both sports, right? And more importantly, everybody who's them in the NFL pretty much got picked by a baseball team as well. But we're not going to get on that, right?
I mean, still to this day, right? Because didn't Russ played college baseball, and he decided to go, Chad Hutchinson, all those guys,
bro. Like the fact that Jameis Winston was like actually a good baseball player, like probably better than a football player in the sense that that's probably the profession he should chose. But anyway, that's a whole nother conversation.
Sean knows.
But anyway, just to sum it up, I just think I understand what he was trying to say. He just didn't land it correctly. And I think it got caught up in that moment because now it's a direct attack to what he did But if you look at some of the players that played the game at the high level, you might be able to say that they could have probably held their own in a different sport if they were actually allowed to play that sport.
Takeover.
Man, he was just talking. Let's be honest, okay? Now, can I see a couple of NBA players playing the outer perimeter in the NFL? Sure. 30, that's a stretch, okay? Their bodies,
Kendall, I know what
NBA
you mean, but
players,
come on, man.
yeah, NBA players' bodies, I mean, they would be done after one game, let alone we're talking about a whole season. No way. So I mean, and I do agree with him saying that yes, the NBA players are the best, you know. Um, and I'm not trying to say that NBA players are soft, but you know, as we discussed, it's a different type of hit on the court compared to on the field, you know. Um, Now definitely would I have loved to seen someone like a Shaq playing in the NBA, I mean on the in the NFL. I think that would have been kind of cool to see, you know. But yeah, me, I choose NBA all day. So
I mean, you could probably get. I mean, we know AI was a double athlete. Hold on, real quick before you go, CB, because we don't see many double sport basketball and football players. You get to football and baseball because of the times of the year. A lot of them stay in shape and they do those double sports. But remember, Charlie Ward won the Heisman at Florida State and then also played basketball at Florida State, but chose basketball as his career, even though he was a better football player. And he ended up being just a mediocre basketball player that kind of just, I think he was with the Knicks most of his career, right? But I guess it was sustainable for his body, so that way he can get more longevity as an athlete. But yeah, Charlie Ward I think was the only one that I remember being. Again, he won the Heisman, so that shows you where he was with football, and he was just okay as basketball, but it still got in the league. So, CB.
Like E was saying, I think I know where Austin was going, and let's remember I don't think he graduated from Duke. You know, he went there, but it's not like he was getting his education. So we're not gonna hold him to that. I think that, like, when you think about the athletes in the NBA, like Steph Curry is a short NBA player and the dude is 6'2". In real life, he is a tall human being. In the NFL, for a skill position, he's a tall human being. Um, I think that there are incredible athletes in both sports, and there are plenty of dudes in the league now that have basketball backgrounds. Um, but I also think if you're a professional in either one of those and you know how hard it was for you to get to that top level, you don't want to hear someone just coming out and saying like, "Oh yeah, just, we could also just do that, bro." You know what I mean? So I think that's where some of these old NFL vets started taking some offense and everything. But if we're playing the numbers game, there are way more players in the NFL than there are in the NBA. So if we were actually trying to go 30 for 30, like I said, I'm not one of those math Asians, but I know that math. I'll take the NFL in that challenge right there.
Did Calvin Johnson play basketball too?
He might have. I think
college ball for sure. You got
Keon Coleman, the kid who just got drafted, who was
at
Florida State. He played basketball at Michigan State.
Yeah.
Randy Moss. I mean, there's a bunch of cats. Like I said, I think over time you can probably pull 30 players that have played the game that can probably go back and forth as far as from football to basketball. But in today's game and what we see is softball, if you will, out there, then of course it's gonna look.
And that's a good point. That's where I was gonna go with this, because it's two different types of toughness, right? In the NBA, those guys they're kind of babied and pampered, right? Adam Silver if a fan says something to those guys, they can kick them out and all that. The social media thing has been kind of monitored about how these athletes, but you go to NFL, I mean, these coaches, they ain't holding no punches back for the NFL players, right? NFL is a mental mentally tough sport. There's a lot of basketball players who aren't mentally tough. Like, so even to turn that on and off as an athlete and switch over sports is going to be difficult. Now, I was trying to think about an NFL player currently that I could see playing basketball. I mean, I'm sure there are. You said Keon Cole, but I'm just trying to think of some other folks.
I mean, they were giving Myles Garrett some credit, but
About
they
to
were
say
also saying
Myles
he's
Garrett.
like only 6'4", which is like only 6'4". Yeah, they got. I mean, they've got some highlight tapes out there of some of these dudes balling. You know what I mean?
Okay. Just a thought. All right. Where are we at with this? With this show. All right, that's done. Nah, you know where we're at? I'll tell you where we're at. We're at DC Shop High this weekend, and we're going to save 10%. WRC 10 on your pizza this weekend. Just call them up. Type in WRC. Shout out to Grant. Shout out to Margaret. All the wonderful folks at DC Shop High. The official pizza that We Got Something Else podcast. Steak and cheese, salmon pesto, sausage pepperoni, whatever you want. And then if deep dishes is your thing, obviously it's not. You got the gyro. You got the big chair, fried chicken and mambo sauce. They're flats. And if you like dessert, the bread pudding. Now, I saw Grant a couple weeks ago, and he gave me a whole bag of bread pudding because he was on they were on the news, the local news, doing like that afternoon lunch hour show, and he just had a bunch left over. So Grant dropped by. So shout out to Grant, DC Shop High, save 10%, WRSE 10. All right.
Wow, that Ozempic line is crazy. Kendall's a fool for that one, but that's actually facts though.
All right, what you got for us? Is it just
all right? So listen, again, you and I were talking, and I said I had to go in the office, more than one time this week. So, I was feeling some type of way. Shout out to the people that have to go in more than once a week. I don't know how y'all do it. But anyway, it got me to thinking, right? First of all, Mother's Day is coming up. Me and my Dukes was talking, and she said she wanted, I told her what I was going to get her for Mother's Day this year. And so, you know what I mean? Took it to the New Balance store. Got it right. I definitely posted it on my story. So if you've seen it, you've seen it. Mom's out here looking right. But it got me to thinking that some of y'all, and I won't put no names on it because I don't know this person in particular, but as a sneakerhead, I think that there is a level of responsibility that us as sneakerheads will not have close, immediate family members wearing flugazy ass shoes. And when I say that I saw this shit, and I don't usually do this. I don't do this, but I saw this shit on the train and it got me feeling some type of way. Now, I'm not the resident Yeezy specialist, but I'm gonna go off and say that when I sent this picture to my bro, his response got me to the point where I told him he was dead to me. So if you understand what that means, that I know that these shoes are fake as shit, okay? Nobody in their right mind should let their cousin, their auntie, well, okay, maybe your cousin, because there's always that one cousin that want to buy the fake shit. But your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sister should not be out here wearing flugazy shoes. As a sneakerhead, we have a responsibility and an obligation to make sure our people are straight. And if you got your aunties or your mamas or you something out there looking like that, it's a whole problem. Is it just don't have your family members out here getting clowned by me and my crew, because we are definitely going to have some shit to say.
All right.
That's some real shit.
That's real. So
I also couldn't tell that entire fit, man. Like, what were those pants? Like, looked like they were split at the bottom. Like,
It was weird.
Sammy. DHgate.
So look, yeah. So what he is talking about, when he sent me this, it was no context to the picture when he sent it to me. I was like, okay. I'm thinking like, damn, them shoes fake. And I was like, that's you. Before I said anything, I was like,
The disrespect.
oh,
The disrespect.
Is that you?
The disrespect. This is how you know that he's definitely had a week. For him to actually say that his brother would possibly have on these fucking shoes.
Bro.
The next line was, "You're dead to me." Am I lying? Is that what I put? Is that what I put in the text?
I was like, I just wanted to make sure before I said something. I was like, that ain't you. Look at this.
I mean, you have to help the people out. So if they want to be fashionable, but on their budget, what's the most affordable but fashionable shoe? That's what we have to discuss.
Well,
Can,
on sales you can find Keep It in 100 segment with my man R Money,
yes.
where he keeps you affordable fashion and shoe trends, or somebody else that can help you pair that outfit.
Be Easy Shoe and Fashion Report.
He can help.
That is wild. That is super wild for that right there, bro. See, this is how I know you definitely been on some shit this week. But listen, Trina, it's what I said was, as sneakerheads, right? Nobody in our family is looking like this or wearing fake ass shoes. Now, if the masses want to have their people wearing fake ass shoes, that's on them. That is complete. But there was no way in it. Like, my Dukes is straight. She got her custom shoes from Nike, the Prestos. Like, she's drip. She's good. The Nikes, like I said, she got 2002s. Like, we good. Seeing this shit made me believe, like, yo, people will let their people outside on some regular shit. Bianca's definitely wearing some Yeezys that ain't never had a color ever come out before and probably don't even have the number on the side of the hose. You got them Texas two steps.
All right, so y'all like that, right?
The soul.
All right, CB. What we got for that copper chop this week, CB?
Yeah. So coming out next, it's towards the end of the month. I believe it's May 24th. But the Air Max 180 is making its return as the original just Air 180. It wasn't actually originally the Air Max 180, but it is one of the original like air bubble shoes that Nike ever put out with the exposed air bubble and everything. So these are they're coming back at the end of the month. This is the original OG ultramarine colorway. I believe I saw that they're going to be $160. So how are y'all feeling about these retro vibes? I feel like these kind of have a warm weather summer vibe to them or whatever, but at least for me, I'm hoping that these are like super mass produced and then they end up going on sale, because I'll cop a pair for like under 160, but I'm not necessarily pressed to pay the retail price. But how are y'all feeling about these? You copping or chopping?
I'm copping. For me, I like that, we taking it back to the basics. They're nice, they're clean, simplistic. Sometimes, some colorways are just doing way too much. So this can definitely go over well for the summertime. And yeah, I'm copping.
Yeah, this would be a cop for me. I saw these a while back. Definitely good summer shoe. Looks comfortable, but yeah, I'll add these to the collection. I'm wondering what other colorways we'll get or what other lace colors come with that shoe. But yeah, it's easy cop.
For sure, we copping these.
Yeah. All right. All right. Well, here we are. Here we are. We are at the shoe and tell portion of the show. Sneakers. I will go first because whatever it is, what it is. So this week, today, I chose peace today. I chose peace amongst a rough week with music and all that other stuff. And my bro E, I chose peace, and I chose peace by. I wore these today. Had to pull out some Dreamers, the infrared colorway. Boom, Dreamer, Puma Dreamer. These are at this point. These are probably considered classics. Are hard to find because we all know that J. Cole's Puma run is over. And but yeah, no, it's dope to have these, and I got a couple other colorways. I think my bro CB even has a pair. But yeah, infrared dope colorway award today. Takeover.
All right, so I've seen a lot of chat this show about Kanye. So you can go ahead and call me a hype beast if you want. If you know me, y'all know that I love, basically anything that Kanye produces. So this is going to be no different. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you what these came in. So you already know where I'm going with this. E, I see you looking. And can you see it?
Nah, it's blurred out. Put it in the middle.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go. So these are CV. These are the YZY Pod Socks by Ye. These were a size 1. Okay. Fix your face, fellas. Okay. And at a price point of $20, I mean, you can't beat it. You're getting comfortable. You're getting, and hey, I like things that are different. I like things that are fashion forward, modern. And so why not? These are going to hit. Okay. Just wait till you see me out in public with these on. Okay.
And look, you got them for 20. Good thing you didn't get them for the $200 deal.
So you mentioned earlier that the group chats have been kind of dry recently, but something that did come up today was there's this potential Supreme Air Max 1 coming out, and that was not a collaboration that really was getting the group chat excited. Oh shit. And so I was like, yo, let me actually think about Nike Air Max Supreme collab that I really like. So
okay, that's dope.
The Supreme 98s. And they did what year were these? These were 2015. They did 3 colorways. It was these ones, an obsidian pair, and then a triple black pair. I got these and the triple black joints, but I think this was one of the Supreme collabs that, they actually got right. And y'all know I'm an Air Max 98 guy. So with these also being red, these had to be in the collection.
All right.
So this is for me and my brother CB. We had some choice words for this this brand that we need them to do better. So I got to show an older pair. Everybody, I got to show an older pair. I need them to get back to this. I need them to get back to this. Not that Adidas kind of platform wearing, I'm going out looking like I'm like hot steppers. Like I need Clot to get back to this. I need them to get back to this. We need more of this type of collaborations. It don't even have to be Nike, but this was what it was. Like, come on, bro. I just, again, it's a little bit of the rant just because we definitely at that part where some of the collaborations are merely just, I think, just to push sales, and I don't think there's any more heart or artistry into collaborations. But that's for Soul Tales, so we'll leave it at that.
All right. Well, look, got through the show pretty.
Kendall, come on, man. Come on.
We're gonna have to cut up just an entire section of just all the E was in Canada shit.
This is crazy. I don't even know why people want me to be the shooter. Like,
I know.
You know why it's not? And look, Sean is the one admitted he's in Canada right now, but they're not going to believe.
Nobody saying shit about Sean being in Canada.
Light skin violence. That's what it is. We appreciate it. We appreciate y'all. Y'all could be anywhere else on a Thursday night, but you're here with us, and we appreciate your time. That does not go by the wayside. I appreciate y'all. Next week's gonna be interesting. Just stay tuned. Stay tuned to figure out what's gonna happen next week, because there's a few things at play here next week. We'll talk about other things, but yeah, stay tuned to next week. We have something else. Look, tomorrow, abstract.
They snitch in Texas like that? Never mind. Let me stop.
Look, tomorrow, abstract. 12:05-ish Eastern Standard Time, after the Kindle B Morning Show, of course, which you can find on Station Head at 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern. Always a good time. Remember to go to Station Head, check out Critty Times page and the interview that I did with her yesterday on Sound Effects Podcast. Dope interview. What else we got? I think that's about it. Sneakers. Rhapsody next week. I mean, Larry June dropped something dope today. I don't know if you had a chance to listen to it.
Not yet.
It was pretty dope. I don't know. Real quick.
2 of my top 5 albums last year. You know that's going to get some run.
I mean, and the 2 songs that he released so far this year is pretty dope. But shout out to everybody who joined us for watching us. Takeover Trina. Takeover Thursday. Thank you so much. Always a pleasure.
The Easy Shoe and Fashion Report.
I'm making up to my bro because I see me.
Hey, shout out to
Quintuple. Oh, shout out! I missed everything.
Hey, listen, that post that he sent where he fired me.
That was funny. That was a good one. That was good. That's it, y'all. Look, I ain't gonna keep running this around. We have 49 minutes. That's it. Appreciate everybody for watching. Stay tuned for what's going to happen next week. We'll have something happen next week. Not sure what it is, but it will be here. Hold on.
Yo, keep that one up right there. That shit going on the t-shirt.
And on that note, this is how we're gonna end it.
Follow us on YouTube at WRSC Podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe.